They're down below the knees.
Skinny Miller in the center jump circle along with Jason Adams. Gary Reed will toss it up, and let's rock and roll. The tip is going to be controlled by Watertown as neither player got a very good tap at it when it went up in the air. Here's Rusty Remmers, who will play a lot at the point for the Arrows. He will give it back to Matt Mahol. Now to Doug Olson. Olson left side to Remmers. Kernels, of course, will come out and play man-man defense. Pass to the low post to Adams. Going to turn, try to work on Skinny. Skinny blocked it. Knocked it against the board. Watertown will keep it back. They go to the offensive boards. They're going right at Skinny inside. Nice pass. And the open man is Dan Feldheim. Feldheim got himself close to the hole and scored. Now the Arrows with some backcourt pressure. Severide will flip across to Porter, who will bring on the timeline. And the Kernels will set up shop for the first time tonight. Porter, bounce pass, high left side, goes to Young. Down in the corner to Skip Young. We should designate Tom and Skip, of course. This is Severide. Porter down in the corner, looking inside for Miller. Can't get it to him. Now they will. Turn around. Skinny going to drive to the hole as it knocked out of his hands. Foul call. And this foul will be called on Doug Olson. And I believe it's going to be a couple of free throws for Mike Miller.
And you look at Miller's first block of Adams, Tom, might slow him down in the paint a little bit. That can be a little intimidating.
So far this year, Mike Miller has already shot 21 free throws. He has made 14 of them. So that's pretty easy to figure. 67% at the line. First one is no good. We didn't get an accurate count tonight on the Division I basketball coaches who are on hand to watch, but you know we're going to have several. Second one by Mike is good. And a minute into the game, Watertown leads 2-1. Here's Remmers. Quick move by Porter. We'll give it down to Doug Olson. Watertown brings Adams out from a low post to the top of the key. Now the handoff goes to Mahol, looking to drive. Picked up there defensively by Severide. Back in the hands of Remmers. Remmers to Doug Olson, going to let fly at three. It is no good. Long rebound in the corner, however, saved by Feldheim, and Watertown will get another crack at it. Remmers inside Adams, trying to work on Skinny. Won't shoot this time. Back out it goes to Remmers. Drive, baseline, shot up over Skinny, good. A shot by Remmers had the arc the ball high over Mike Miller to score.
Well, Miller's only 13 inches higher than he is. They're taller.
Pretty close anyway. Here's a long pass to this end. Kernels going to get a layup. Skip Young's got it. They beat the pressure and got it down to Young, who had an easy two. Skip got a lot of points at Brandon Valley just hanging around the hole. There's the ball knocked out of bounds as the Kernels with some backcourt pressure.
And they say the best way to beat the press is not to try to dribble through it. It's pass over it. Mitchell executed it just the way Dr. Naismith would want you to do it.
Absolutely. Inbounds pass on the dribble is Olsen across the timeline. Porter will pick him up. Now we'll dribble to the left side. Gives it in the corner. Mahol, he's a dangerous shooter, and he nails the three. You've got to get a hand in Mahol's face, and Watertown shooting well out of the blocks as an early 7-3 lead. Kernels again beat the pressure up ahead to Severide. No break there this time. They go in the corner to Young and back to Severide, and now to Porter at the point. The Kernels will start the man-man offense.
Watertown 3 of 3. I don't think it's much better than that.
In the corner, Skip Young looking for Skinny, getting a little bit of hip action inside from Adams, and a travel is called on Severide. Adams not afraid to put a big hip down on Mike Miller. The Kernels are starting Miller at the low post and trying to work him the ball, figuring that 3-inch height advantage over Adams will be a big difference. There's a great pass. This shot blocked. Oh, they're going to call Tom Young for a foul. The Arrows did a good job of beating the pressure. They got it low to Doug Olson. He looked to have a fairly easy shot at a layup. Young came along, just clipped him a little bit. There'll be free throws upcoming.
We saw the physical Brandon Valley tactics they used on Mike Miller as well. They want to try to wear him down.
And the first free throw is good. Watertown is off to a very good start. Doug Olson has the first and will miss the second. First shot of any kind the Arrows have missed tonight. And Mike Miller has the rebound.
Well, you knew they had to miss one tonight.
8-3 Watertown driving a lane. Porter stops, pops, going to roll, going to stay. Cam Porter with a penetration into the lane and a pull-up jumper from about 10 feet away, and it's 8-5.
And Mitchell's 2 of 2, so both teams are hot. They're just not getting that many shots at the basket.
Here's Mahol looking to drive, cut off by Severide. Back it goes to Remmers. Remmers isn't going to shoot a lot from outside. He's a good point guard, though. Here's Mahol into the lane. lane to Adams. Turns, trying to work on Skinny. Travel, put it up, no good. And Mike Miller's going to get a foul. Boy, did not look like Adams took a little shuffle step trying to find a way to get Mike Miller up in the air. He did succeed in getting the first foul on Mike Miller.
Well, I guess you can do the Watertown waltz.
Well, I certainly find no fault with that strategy either.
No,
if you're coming in here and playing Mitchell and Mike Miller, I would go right at him and try to see if I could get him in foul trouble. That's exactly what Watertown's doing.
Well, if you can take a 21-point score out of the lineup, you're not doing too bad.
Adams has the free throw now. All 5 Watertown players have scored. He'll miss the second one, and it will remain a 9-5 game. Watertown with an early lead. On the right side, Skinny high pop the three-point arc. Kernels work around the perimeter on the left side to Severide. Miller trying to work the double pick at the high post. That'll be a pushing foul on Remmers as Porter tried to drive at a baseline.
And they're going to give, it looks like this point, when Skinny was outside the three-point arc, they just let him go. It looks like they're going to give him the outside shot, not let him drive or post down low.
Well, this is the best crowd at the Palace for a high school game I've seen in a long time. Nearly a capacity crowd. Skinny baseline under duress. When a shoot it, no good. Rebound going to be underneath. Going to try. No. It's a pass back to Porter, who lost it. Tom Young with the rebound. Now Watertown wants to run. Mahold on the drive. Shot no good. Drew a foul. Kyle Severide will draw the foul. The Arrows are being very aggressive to start this ball game.
They want to set tempo. They want to set their pace and at the same time send a message to Mitchell that it might be your home. But it's our ball game.
From Matt Mahold at the free throw line, just an outstanding all-around athlete. Free throw is short. He has a three-pointer to his credit tonight. This is his first trip to the free throw line.
And a little muscle with Jim Jensen coming into the game.
Jensen, a 6'1 senior. Watertown is expected to go 9 deep off their bench. We'll see if they do. Second one by Mahold is good. 4 for Mahold and a 5-point Watertown lead, 10-5. We've nearly played half the first quarter. Severide, little problem. As he gets double teamed, we'll get it up ahead to Porter. Not a Tom Young, and back to Severide. Kernels looking for a way to get the ball inside. They do lob it down in. They're going to get a shot back to Porter. He puts it up good. It counts, and he drew the foul from Adams. Chad Porter, we mentioned it a couple of times at Brandon Valley, John. I think really came into his own over there and found his niche, so to speak, in this basketball team and earned some playing time with a great game over there, and he's off to a good start tonight.
And what we're seeing, Tom, in this last one, they're double-teaming Skinny wherever he goes, so the Kernels are going to have somebody open if they can find him.
Porter's free throw is good. It makes it a 10-8 game. Here's Remmers baseline. Nice pass back to Adams, who banks it in. Beautiful little wraparound pass on a baseline drive from Remmers back to Adams, who was all alone. Watertown getting great balance, too. 12-8, the Arrows have led this from almost the very start. Kernel's going to get a ball knocked out of bounds. Adams knocks it away from Kyle Severide. Now Feldheim is back in, and Adams will get a break.
And so they go to a smaller lineup. Now, Mitchell, can they pound it down low to Skinny, or what will be their strategy?
Well, I think the Kernels might have thought they would rest Skinny when he comes out of the game. Nice pass, Michael. Great pass to Young. If Young moving without the ball, which he does so well, has got 2 more.
4 out of 5 for the Kernels from the field. That's 80%. Watertown's at 85.
12-10. Here's Feldheim in the lane. Gives it off on the wing. Olsen now looking to drive. Jensen stops, has to give it up, threw it out of bounds. Try to save it back in, does. Oh, good play by Remmers to save that ball back in. Now he's going to throw a 21-foot three. Good. How about that trip for Rusty Remmers?
A 5'7" water bug.
Oh, now the Kernels throw away the inbounds pass, and the shot is missed, no good, and we got a foul on the rebound on Mahold, I believe. Mahold will get the foul. Kernels not taking care of the basketball very well. And Watertown again with a 5-point lead, 15-10. Kernels always prided themselves on defense.
And Dusty Robino was in the game. Mitchell's first substitution.
Robino in the backcourt will handle the ball against Charlie Jacobson, also in now for the Arrows. Robino has the ball knocked away. Will get it back. Not a Severide. Over to Tom Young. Back to Severide. Mike Miller has been held without a field goal thus far. Pass into Robidol, going to take it in the lane, dishes it off. Severide open, too strong, no good. Rebound, Michaels got it, going to take it back to the window, no good. Got a hand on the rebound, can't control it. The Arrows have it. They look to break up ahead. They get it to Jansen. Back to Mahol from 21, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, knocked out by Robidol. Olsen was in a position to grab it and put it right back.
And a good play by Dusky to knock it out without drawing the foul, because a lot of times you get part of the wrist.
So the Arrows will have it underneath their own basket. They have played well here in the first quarter. Jacobson off the screen inside. Feldheim's open shot, good. Kernels are not playing particularly impressive defense here in the quarter. Robidol nearly lost it in the backcourt again. Off it goes to Severide. Less than 2 minutes to go. Arrows by 7. There's a backcourt foul. Jacobson pressuring Robidol and bumped him from behind.
Well, Mitchell's first 2 games, they gave up an average of 43.5 points a game. Right now, Watertown is on a pace to probably score 70 or 75. That's not the kind of defense that Coach Munson will accept. Coming off a layoff or whatever it is, 70 to 75 is not what he will accept.
Well, through 3 games,
Watertown's averaging about 64 points a game.
63-64 a game and giving up about 45. They lead here 17-10 with 1:45 to go in the quarter. Mike Miller at the top. Brown to Severide and now to Tom Young to Robidol. Off the skinny for a 3. Good.
He needed that.
That is what makes Mike Miller so dangerous, is that he can shoot the 3, and if he gets hot, he can be very good from out there. 17-13. Arrows with a basketball. Feldheim looking to get rid of it. This is Jesse Steiner in the game now, number 43. Watertown got a lot of new faces in the game. Feldheim back out front. Long 3. Jacobson no good. Rebound Mike Miller. Miller will flip it ahead. On the dribble is Kyle Severide. What do we got now from the Arrows? Little zone action. Mike for a 3 again. No good. Rebound tipped in the air. Save. Nice play. Young baseline. This is Skip with a try. That's good. Tom Young kept it alive, and Skip Young finished it off. Skip Young with 6 first quarter points. And the Kernels back to within 2 at 17-15 at 40 seconds to play. Top of the key, Feldheim. Right side, Steiner, Jacobson. Now with it is Struckman, Chad Struckman. Watertown offense involves a lot of pick. A lot of setting picks and rolling away. Trying to make the Kernels work hard on defense. It would appear here they're going to hold for a final shot.
And with Adams out, it is really a smaller lineup for Watertown. The height advantage does belong to Mitchell.
15 seconds to go in the period. Watertown, it would appear, is going to have a lead. Off the screen, 3 try is no good. Rebound Kernels. They got Mike Miller down there. They get it to him. Skinny at the horn. It is no good. He could have taken it in and jammed it. He didn't know how much time he had left. This battle of number 1 against number 2, and right now it is Watertown 17.
First in the quarter belonged to Mitchell, so Watertown did not turn the ball over once in the first 8 minutes.
And shot 7-11 from the field and still only lead by 2 points. Kernels with the basketball to start the second quarter. Severide will give it off to Robidol. Follow-away jumper will be short, no good. Rebound grabbed by Mahol, and he will in turn be fouled almost immediately, and a reach-in foul by Severide. Severide has the first Kernel to be tagged with a second foul. Other scores after 1 quarter, Aberdeen leads here in 18-15. Pierre leads Yankton in the first quarter 8-6. Brookings and Brandon Valley are just getting underway. Here the Arrows lead 17-15. They have the ball for the first time in the second quarter. Feldheim in the ball game. Some starters back in there now. Doug Olson up top. Rimmers is also back. Adams is back as the Arrows are at full strength. There's a drive to the hole by Adams, and a great drive it was. Took it right past the defense, and the left-hander lays it softly off the glass and in.
Good, quick first step.
He's a good 6'6 player. He has 5 points. Watertown's lead is 19-15. Robidol with the basketball has it stripped cleanly, taken away by Rimmers. He's going to get a layup out of it, and he blew it. He missed the layup. Oh, boy, Rimmers had a wide-open one. Here's a pass ahead to Skinny. Get a drive behind the back. Tries to dish it off. Lost the ball out of bounds. Well, Rimmers with a terrific defensive play to strip Robidol to the ball. Then just got going and put it too strong off the glass.
Yes, thou speaketh too soon.
And then on the other end, Mike Miller, I think, saw the opportunity to dish the ball to an open man on the other side of the lane. He's got a little bit of a hurry in the ball game off his fingers and went out of bounds. So Watertown, the purple and gold, back in the attack, looking for the lob in. They get it to Adams, and he scores again. This time scoring over Tom Cogley, who's in the game. As the Kernels drive with Porter into the late shot. No good. Tip backfield. Oh, they're going to call that goaltending? Oh, no. Mike Miller tips it back in, but they're going to rule that his hand was over the goal, and that's a goaltend.
And Mike is not happy with that. But sometimes, Tom, those calls fire you up that you might be able to do something with it.
Well, the Arrows lead 21-15. Again, they're playing very well away from home.
And every time Mitchell's made a run, Watertown has answered.
Feldheim at the top of the key, trying to drive on Skinny. Now stops the drive, goes to Remmer's right side, looking for Adams. They have it. Cogley trying to guard him. Passes to go to Feldheim, wants to drive, lays it back behold. That's a three. It's going to be short, no good. And the rebound is Porter. Kernels want to run. They get it up on the left side to Skip Young. Young will stop. No drive there. Back to Mike Miller. Will take a drive into the lane. Puts a soft shot up. No good. That's an offensive foul, a charge on Mike Miller as Mahol stepped in and took the charge. And Mike Miller has picked up his second foul of the ball game. Now, let's see if Gary Munson will leave him in. That's a big foul. Gary Munson, of course, does not like to.
Well, Tom Young is getting ready to come back into the game.
Here's Rammer spinning, shooting, and scoring at the other end. The Arrows are coming at the Kernels from a lot of different directions early in the game. And they lead by 8, 23-15. There's a blocking foul in the backcourt by Feldheim. Arrows trying to double team and anticipate where passes are going as part of their backcourt pressure. That time Feldheim just did not give Porter time to turn around.
And Tom Young is in for Mike Miller.
Well, we'll see how the Kernels do without Skinny in the ballgame, trailing by 8 points. Rabideau will give it back to Chad Porter. Porter to Rabideau. Miller has been held to just one field goal, a three-pointer this far by the Arrows. Skip Young, Porter now Rabideau right side, wants to drive baseline, stops, shoots it short, no good. Rebound, kept alive by Cogley, now lost it. He'll save it, however. And he'll hand it back to Tom Young. To Porter, and the Kernels will reset with just over 5 minutes to play in the half.
And they've gone 3 minutes in this quarter without scoring.
Porter, high left side, back to Rabideau. Skip Young. Arrows forcing the Kernels well away from the basket. And that's going to be a pushing foul on Feldheim, riding the hip of Tom Cogley, says Gary Reed.
And now the bonus for the Kernels.
Second foul on Feldheim. He is the first Watertown player to get a second foul. So Tom Cogley will go to the line. Cogley is 6'3", sophomore. Kernels have very high hopes for him. Of course, his brother Bob, part of the Kernel State Championship squad of a year ago. Free throw, bouncing, no good. Takes 2 bounces, and that allows Tom Young to get it and have the ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. So a fortunate second bounce had the Arrows up after the first one. And the ball out of bounds to the Kernels underneath their own basket. High lob comes to Young. Kernels lit a little offensive spark here. They have been a little lethargic here in the second quarter. Porter dribbling out around near the half-court circle.
3:20 without scoring to start the quarter.
Young to Skip Young. Now back to Tom. Jump pass Porter, going to drive, going to shoot. Shot is no good. And Porter's going to get a foul coming over the top, trying to go to the board. Kernels are struggling offensively. And that is the 7th team foul on Mitchell. So the Arrows will shoot the rest of the way.
Well, Watertown has come out with a 6-0 run in this quarter, and it's going to be at least 3.5 minutes before Mitchell scores.
At the free throw line for Watertown certainly has been one of the very impressive players so far for them, Jason Adams. He has 7 points. His free throw is no good. And Cogley has the rebound. Kernels again desperately seeking points. They trail by 8. Could be a lot worse. Their defense has helped them. Although their defense has not been as good as it's been the first 2 games of the year. In the quarter, Skip Young. Back out it goes to Tom Young. At the top, the Porter. Way out near the play, the Palace sign, the circle in the middle of the floor. Now Rabideau has it right wing.
4 minutes without scoring.
Skip Young back off to Porter. Lob inside. Tom Young going to turn. Can't shoot. On top, Conley will not shoot. To Skip Young. Lob in for Robinson. Knocked away from him. Kernels are going to save it, however. Kernels look disorganized, and the Arrow fans slightly cheer the defensive effort their team has put forward. Here's Porter. Gives it back. Robinson open jumper. No good again. But the Kernels going to get the rebound. No, take it away. Good hustling play. Now the pass ahead is kept and stolen. I think Robinson will get a piece of that pass.
Watertown's first turnover, but Mitchell is now headed for the 5-minute mark of this quarter without scoring.
3:20 to play. Watertown has scored only 6 points, and there's a foul away for the ball. I think they're going to get Robinson for a push foul. Robinson picks up his first foul, so the Arrows are going to go to the line. You can't ask much more of a defensive effort than what Watertown has delivered here in the second quarter.
No, and then you look at Mitchell. Nick Scott getting ready to come in.
Nick Scott will come in, and let's see who comes out.
Robinson
will come out. Kernels now have Skip and Tom Young, Porter, Conley, Nick Scott in the ball game. Mahold at the free throw line for the Arrows. Free throw is good. Mahold averaging 18 points a game through 3 Arrow victories. Has 5 now. Substitution for the Arrows. This is number 53. That is their 10 deep off the bench. They don't have a 53.
They don't have a 53, no, sir.
Free throw, or second one, is good by Mahold.
And they're on a 9-0 run in this quarter.
25-15. The biggest Watertown lead of the game is 10 points. There's a pass to Nick Scott. Working in. He's going to get a layup, and it's good. The Kernels went nearly 5 minutes before a Nick Scott layup gets them on the board. See if they can finish the second quarter strong. Get themselves, not that they're out of the ball game, but back a little closer. Top of the key, Adams looks at a 3, drives by Scott into the lane. Shot short, no good. Got a battle, going to get his own board. Back out, they spin it to Mahold for 3, and that is no good, and they're going to call who? That's Adams. They're going to say Adams was pushing on Scott. They had quite a battle raging down here to go to the boards.
And both Scott and Adams are built quite alike on that 6'6" frame, Tom. A bit of ranginess.
So Nick Scott, who helped break the long scoring drought for the Kernels here in the second quarter.
4:56.
Will go to the line to shoot the bonus. Free throw is no good. And Adams will grab the rebound. Mike Miller has been on the bench for quite some time since picking up a second foul. Watertown with the ball, spinning around the perimeter. Mahold gives it off. Jim Jensen in the ball game now, all alone. Didn't shoot a 3 inside. Here's Adams. He traveled. He did the same thing before down there. They didn't see it. He has a tendency to hop a little bit with both feet. And this time, Rick Romer caught him at it.
And that's Watertown's second turnover, both in this quarter. So besides the solid defense, Tom, they protected the ball.
Inbounds, Porter. 2:20 to play in the first half. Porter going to get that ball across the timeline. Going to be double teamed and finally fouled back here by Mahold. Mahold didn't want to do that. That's his second. Mahold with 2 and Feldheim with 2. No Arrow has more than 1.
And that's a key foul for Watertown team-wise. What does Reed Sigling do? Does he leave him in and maybe risk getting a third before halftime?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Free throw, Porter, good. Brad Porter, if he can make this free throw, will lead the Kernels in scoring up to this point. Second one on the way, and that is no good. Rebound, Conley keeps it alive, takes it away from Adams. Good hustling play. Now the ball loose on the floor, and then Watertown's going to steal it back again. Now the Arrows look to break with 2 minutes to go, but it's not there, so they'll slow it down. Charlie Jacobson. Left side with it to Mahold, to Adams on top of the key. They give it back to Jacobson. Long 3 is good. Charlie Jacobson, the first point off the Arrow bench tonight.
Their third three-pointer.
And Watertown has matched their biggest lead, 10 points, 28-18. Conley We'll give it to Nick Scott, top of the key. Left side Porter, bounce in. Ball knocked away by Mahold and out of bounds. Knocked it away from Tom Young.
And a risky move by Mahold. He could have picked up his third foul there.
So, the Kernels play it in from underneath their own basket. 18 points through this point of the ball game. Certainly not what the Kernels had in mind. Playing here in front of a near-capacity home crowd. They might have been a little tight. Tom Young driving. He's going to be tied up. He dribbled right into trouble. And Mahold reaches in there and forces a tie-up. That was a risky maneuver on Mahold's part. He might have got a third foul there.
And again, remind you, the Mitchell Wrestlers in Watertown will not be coming home tonight.
And they are a little bit late getting going with that match as well.
Why is it every weekend?
I don't know. It seems like every single weekend, doesn't it? Just been that way. 28-18, 70 seconds to play. Watertown with the basketball. This is Jensen. There's the lob in for Adams, working on Scott. Left-handed hook in the lane. No good. Scott's going to grab the rebound. Nick Scott has played well since coming into the ball game. Now to Chad Porter. 50 seconds to go. Bounce pass. Skip Young. Skip Young gives to Tom and a drive into the lane. Good. Nice drive by Young. Little contact. No call. Tom Young with a sliver of daylight. Makes it 28-20 Watertown. We're down to a half minute to go. Arrows probably will hold for one. Adams will come out to help Remmers. Now Remmers will survey the situation with 20 seconds to go. Porter will come out on him. Remmers better be careful on that 5-second dribble. Now he'll give it over to Mahold. 10 seconds. Trying to set a screen for Mahold. He'll drive all the way around and shoot it up. No good. Going to get his own rebound. Put it back. No good. Rebound up by Adams is good. In the last second, number of 30-20. A 10-point lead for the Arrows. We'll break for 2 minutes and be back with your halftime total. Team that has played surprisingly well through the first couple of games of the year. Then next Friday night, it's the always difficult trip to the Aberdeen Civic Arena to play the Golden Eagles.
But look at all the frequent travel miles we pick up.
Yeah. I wish we could fly somewhere tomorrow. Kernels have the ball to start the second half, and it will be Scott starting the second half. Here's Mike Miller. He's going to be guarded by Feldheim to start the second half. Porter, Severide, Tom Young, and Nick Scott, along with Skinny Miller, in the ball game for the Kernels. They get the ball to Scott at the point. Not a Porter. Drive baseline. Lays it back for Miller. Mike wants to drive. Stops. Going to lean in. Going to shoot it up. Good. Mike Miller. I think sensing he needs to pick up the Kernels. There's a pass to the other end. Adams drive. Shot short. No good. Little contact from Nick Scott, but no call. And the Kernels pressure it back the other way. Pass inside. Young. He'll be fouled. And the Kernels certainly picking up the pace a little bit on the first couple of trips down here in the second half.
Well, wouldn't you have liked to have been in the locker room? What Gary Munson said, we cannot repeat.
Well, I would imagine that Muntz gave them an earful.
They look more aggressive, Tom. They look, maybe they're just getting their legs back.
Here's the pass into Mike. Jump shot. Skinny. No good. Rebound. Scott keeps it alive. Ball knocked free. And it's still free on the floor. And Watertown's going to get it. As Adams finally will clear it out of there. Up ahead to Remmers. Starting unit in the ball game for Watertown. Remmers, Olsen, Adams, Feldheim, and Mahold. This is Matt Mahold, left side. To Feldheim. They want Adams at the low post, being guarded by Scott to get the ball. He has it now, but at the free throw line. Left side to Feldheim. Skinny trying to guard him into the lane. He's going to travel. And that's a good point to look for when you have guys who are trying to drive and shoot over Mike Miller.
Well, when they're 6 foot and they're going against the guy 6'8".
Well, Feldheim is 6'4". He just looks 6 foot going against Mike Miller. Pressure in the backcourt. Watertown doing a pretty good job. Knocks the ball free and out of bounds. Kernels had a tough time getting the ball inbounds and then mishandled it and had it batted out of bounds once they got it there.
Well, if a 6'4" looks like 6 foot against Mike Miller, imagine what I'd look like. I wouldn't even come to his shoe tops.
Inbounds to Tom Young. Now over to Severide. Back to Young. Kernels looking for another hoop. Get him close. Here's Porter. Free throw line jumper. No good. Porter's going to get his own board. Going to lay it back, throw it away. Wanted to pass it inside. Instead, threw it right into the arms of Tan Feldheim. And the Arrows now will throw the ball away on this end. That was knocked out of bounds, however, by Young. Pass came into the lane, tipped out of bounds. So Watertown will play it in from underneath their own basket.
And you get a sense that there might be one of those patented Mitchell surges coming up.
Well, let's hope so. Down in the corner, Mahold fakes the three, works in, still will not shoot it. Now out front. Now they'll work it over to Remmers, who will fly one up there, no good. And there's Mike Miller high up to grab the rebound. Long pass up ahead to Porter. He's got one man to beat. He's going to be fouled, and he scores!
Oh, yes.
It danced on the rim for a while, but finally fell in for Chad Porter. And the basket counts, and Watertown's going to take a very quick timeout here in the third quarter. Two quick baskets by the Kernels have cut the lead to 6 at 30.
Smart is buying a Lennox heat pump from your independent Lennox dealer at Tis.
No, and a free throw by Porter cuts it in half in less than 2 minutes. We've seen this before, though, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Kernels with their defense, and which triggers the offense.
Porter at the line in the midst of another fine night for the Kernels. Free throw is good, and it is a 5-point deficit. The Kernels have scored the first 5 points of the third quarter. 2 minutes in, it's now Watertown 30, Mitchell 25. Arrows will spread out the offense. They bring Mahold way out here near the Arrow bench. Inside Adams, working, shot no good, and he's fouled by Nick Scott. So again, they go to Adams to let him work one-on-one.
And we were kind of wondering how things would work out with Jason Ackman not eligible to play tonight.
I think his loss is hurt.
But Severide and Porter and the rest of it, Mohold's got, what, about 6 points is all?
Yeah, they've done a decent defensive job on him. Free throw no good by Adams. Kernels in the first half, by the way, were only 3 of 7 from the line, while the Arrows were 5 of 9, now 5 of 10, now 5 of 11, as he missed them both. And the rebound of the Kernels and a chance to cut the lead down to 3 and maybe to 2. Tom Young, free throw line to Nick Scott. To Severide, right side, baseline drive, gonna wheel, gonna shoot, gonna miss inside. He had a great drive and couldn't finish the deal. And the rebound of the Arrows. Mahold has it. Across the timeline, being pestered by Young. Hands it back to Remmers. It's the Arrows' turn to be cool to start a quarter, as the Kernels did in the second. Inside Feldheim, nice pass. Adams layup, good. Miller came over to help out defensively, and a great job by Feldheim to realize that. He shuffled the pass across the lane to Adams, and now the Kernels throw the ball away in the inbounds pass to Remmers. Shot is good. So all that hard work to cut into that lead, and the Arrows in a course of 6-7 seconds get 4 of those points back, and the lead is 9, and now a traveling call in the backcourt on Porter.
And 3 consecutive Mitchell turnovers.
And substitutions for Mitchell. This is Ernie Kuiper is now in the ball game for the first time. Ernie Kuiper becomes.
Skip Young is getting ready to re-enter the contest.
Watertown gives to Mahold. He'll drive and shoot it up there. It'll roll good. Mahold scores, and the Arrows have their biggest lead of the ball game now. 36-25. They have
answered every mental charge.
They put 6 points up in rapid-fire fashion. Young, great pass. Nick Scott fouled as he goes to the hole. He was collapsed upon from a couple different directions. Who are they going to give the foul to? I think they're going to give it to Adams. Let's wait and see. If it is, that's his second. It is. Oh, check that. That is his third foul. And that is a significant point.
And Jim Jensen is coming in.
Nick Scott at the line. Free throw. In and out. No good.
And Skip Young is going to enter. For Mitchell, Jensen comes in for Adams.
Now, see if the Kernels can make a little hay here. With Adams out of the ballgame, then get the ball to Mike Miller down low. Second one by Scott is good.
Well, Tom, with Miller and both Scott in there, Nick's coming out now. Skip Young is in, but boy, they've got a tremendous height advantage down low.
Scott will come out. Kernels now with Miller, Skip, and Tom Young. Kyle Severide and Ernie Kuiper in the ballgame. Watertown has that 10-point lead back again, 36-26. Remmers on the dribble right side. Gives it to Feldheim. Ball knocked out of his hands and stolen by Mike Miller. And here he comes, and he goes to the hole and is fouled hard by Feldheim.
And Feldheim had no choice.
He knew that it was going to be a rim-rattling, two-handed slammer if he didn't.
And if that would have happened, the roof would have come off this building, and that might have been the igniter for Mitchell.
And he did it in such a way that Mike Miller did not get hurt.
No.
There are certain times in this game, folks, that you give fouls, and that was one.
It was a good, hard, clean foul.
Just did not want to make sure he jammed the ball through. Free throw by Miller is good. Mike Miller with only 7 points to this stage. Just keep waiting for him to hit Electroglide. Second one is good. Skinny's got 4 points here in the quarter. Mitchell back to with 8. 36-28 midway through the third quarter.
And now they have to prevent a Watertown run.
Here's Mahold for 3. Look out. No good. He's fouled by Kuiper. This is going to be 3 free throws unless they rule it after the shot. Let's see what the call is going to be.
It's 3, it looks like.
Yep. It's going to be 3 free throws for Mahold. Kuiper getting there just a split second late. And Mahold falling backwards will have a chance to knock 3 of them in here. He was 3 of 4 from the line in the first half. First one, no good, way short. Mahold with 8 points. Flips that ball up into the air. Second one on the way, that's good.
Well, maybe that's how you have to do it. You bounce and then you flip.
Mahold vying to become the second arrow in double figures. He can also give his team back that 10-point lead. He definitely has a ritual, he does, doesn't he? That one's good, so he gets 2 out of the 3, and the Kernels again trail Watertown by 10. And again, pressure in the backcourt. Skinny will come down to help out. Now the Kernels will beat the pressure with a pass up ahead to Severine. The ball is knocked away, and a foul is called on Rimmers. That kid's got quick hands. That looked to be pretty close to a clean steal to me.
He does, and at 5'7", he's one of those that gets lost in the crowd.
Also, check this out now. Rimmers has 3, Adams with 3, Feldheim with 3 fouls. Watertown is kind of quietly getting themselves a little bit of foul trouble here.
And Struckman is in for Feldheim.
Still a lot of time left to go. Half the third quarter and the entire fourth quarter. Kernels again looking for a spark. And there's a pass tipped and stolen by Jensen on a good play. They get a 3-on-3. Jensen will slow it down wisely and hand it back for Doug Olson. Not a Feldheim on the right side. To Mahold, to Jensen again with Skip Young guarding him. To Feldheim. Back to Olson. Looking to drive. Now they'll play it back for Feldheim. Won't drive on Skinny. Back to Jensen. Now looking for room is Olson. Bouncing around. Watertown running through the man-to-man offense, making the Kernels work on defense. See what kind of a shot they get out of this. If they get a good shot out of this, they've really done a good job. There's a shot, no good. Feldheim tried to act his way into a three-pointer. The Kernels throw the ball away again. They try to link to the floor pass, stolen by Watertown. Stopping, shooting, good is Mahold.
That's Mitchell's 5th turnover of the quarter, 12th of the game.
Too many mistakes.
Watertown has 3 turnovers tonight.
Biggest arrow lead of the game is now a dozen, 40-28. With 2:45 to play in the third quarter.
In Mitchell's first 2 games, a total of 16 turnovers combined.
And here's the free throw line. Kuiper finds himself open, then fires it up there way short, no good. Mahold might have got a piece of that one. Arrows with the rebound, push it up the floor with 2.5 minutes to go. Looking to further expand their biggest lead. Jansen at the point to Olson. Right side Mahold again. Feldheim looking at the low post. They won't pass it there. Instead, they'll continue to screen away from the ball. Now they'll get it baseline to Mahold. Back in the quarter, long 3, missed everything. Not the kind of shot they were looking for after holding the ball for that long. Here's Olson, lob ahead, knocked out of bounds again. Kernels taking some real chances passing the ball. I know Gary Munson really feels this is a good passing team.
Steiner is in the game. Mahold will sit down.
If the Kernels are going to get themselves back in the ballgame, you'd think they need to make a little run here at the end of the third quarter, wouldn't you?
Right. Tom Cogley is in for Kyle Severite, Tom.
In the corner, Skinny for 3, no good. Rebound out to Jesse Steiner of the Arrows. And Watertown controlling the basketball, controlling the game. Inside, turnaround shot, and in and out, and in again for Jim Jensen. his first basket, and the Arrows lead by 14 points now. 42-28. There's a backcourt bumping foul called on Chad Struckman.
And that's the sixth. The Watertown is one away from the bonus. If Mitchell can get him in the bonus, Tom, especially starting the last quarter, that may be one way to come back.
The Kernels are digging themselves a pretty big hole to try to climb out of, though, in the fourth quarter. Trailing by 14 points here with a minute and a half to go in the third, and really not ever getting into much of an offensive flow. The Arrows doing a great job. There's a lob inside, intended for Cogley, knocked away. We get a tie-up. It'll be Watertown's ball.
Turnover number 6 this quarter.
Some questionable passing.
And yes, they do miss Jason Ackman.
Yes, they do. Watertown will have the basketball with a minute 22 to play in the third period. Looking to expand on an already impressive 14-point lead. 42-28. With a dribble out front is Struckman. Left side to Jensen. Tom Cogley in the ballgame guarding him to Feldheim with Miller guarding him. Feldheim on the baseline drive. Cut off there. Cogley switches over defensively to him. Not a Steiner. Now the pass comes inside. Turnaround shot. Tough one. Jensen missed it. No good. Mike Miller with a rebound and a pushing foul on Feldheim, and that's 4 on him. That's about the only way Watertown is going to really hurt themselves, is to foul themselves out of this ball game.
Well, they're going to start losing their big people underneath, Tom. Then you're going to have to start pounding it down low, and you've got a definite advantage in the foul situation.
Kernels are in the bonus with 55 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mahold now, after a brief rest, will come in. Mike Miller will be at the line. Miller with 8 points, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Shooting the bonus. Kernels need them all, and it is no good. In and out, no good. It has been that kind of a night. Kernels, after a 15-point first quarter, scored 5 in the second. Now have scored just 8 here in the third. 40 seconds to go in the third. I wouldn't be surprised if Watertown would hold for one. Here's a steal by Skinny. Can they get it down to the other end? They want to foul him again. The shot is up, and it is no good. And again, they go right after him and make sure he's not going to slam that ball. And Jim Jensen with a foul. They realize that Mike Miller again with the opportunity
can excite this crowd and fire up the team with one big swoop.
And Jensen, I think, got a piece of Miller's eye with that foul. Well, that was the second time already that same exact thing has happened. Free throw, Mike, is good.
Well, now you know why Jensen was an all-state football player on the defense.
Yeah, he looks like it, doesn't he? 42-39, 42-29.
I wish it was 39.
Second one is not going to go. And the rebound to Watertown with 30 seconds to go. 25 seconds. Arrows will have a double-digit lead. How much will it be? They could lead by 15 or more with a basket here. Wouldn't that be a comfortable little lead over the number 1 ranked team in the state, playing in the Corn Palace? 10 seconds. Look out. Mahold's got the ball. Skinny's guarding him. 5 seconds. 4. He's going to try to drive on him. He takes it baseline. Rejected. Oh, they're going to call Miller for the foul. With 1.7 seconds to go, Mike Miller picks up the foul. He thought he had it cleanly rejected off the glass. Foul number 3 on ball. Make that 4 on Mike Miller. Did I miss one somewhere? 4 fouls on Mike Miller.
Boy, that hurts.
And especially with 1.7 seconds to go, Gary Munson was trying to get him out of the ballgame. If he had made the second free throw, he would have come out. But as it stands, he had to stay in the game, and Mahold drove on him and picked up the foul, and now we'll get a free throw. Good. 13 points now for Mahold, who's getting a lot of action at the free throw line. This is his 9th one of the game. He has made 7. And here's a flip at the end of the quarter. It's no good, and Watertown at the end of 3 leads.
As this holiday season brings another good year to its close.
Turnovers, Watertown with 4. That is the difference in the ballgame.
Ball game right there. 13 turnovers to 4. Arrows playing nearly flawless here away from home. Not sparkling offensive, but certainly good enough. Here's Chad Porter, baseline drive, lays it back to Young, who's fouled as he goes to shoot. And let's see who gets the foul. Mike Miller is back in to start the final quarter. But somewhere along the way, lost his third foul, and I apologize for that. That foul is on Doug Olson, and that is his third. Trying to follow the scoreboard here at the Palace. Free throw, Skip Young, good. First point of the game for Skipper since the first quarter. He now has 7. If the Kernels are going to start getting after it, they better do it now. I would be surprised if we see some backward pressure now. And there it is. And there's a pass tipped out of bounds. Mahold will protect it as it goes out of bounds, and Watertown's going to keep it. Kernels going to have to come with some kind of backward pressure here to change the tempo and change the momentum of the game. Watertown has taken the crowd out of the ball game.
And their crowd is basically not here because they couldn't get out of Watertown due to the weather.
They've got a pretty decent crowd here. There's a high throw across the timeline, grabbed by Jensen. There's another one. Oh, there's some flirting with danger as Adams grabs that one near the out-of-bounds line. Now the Arrows will settle into a little man-to-man offensive routine. Reed signaling, working the sideline over there.
You'd also think if it doesn't slow down their motion, they'd like to work on the clock as well.
And there's a ball thrown away by Remmers, tried to drive in. Tried to wrap the ball around into the lane. Here's Young, lob inside for Robideau, puts it up, no good. Kernels need to get those. They're going to mount a comeback. Arrows with the rebound, breaking to the other end, driving into the lane, then backing out again is Olson. He'll put it to Jensen. Now the handoff goes to Remmers. We played a minute of the final quarter. Watertown leading by 13. You got to figure the Kernels got to make up 2 points a minute if they're going to get up this difference. There's a ball knocked away, and here's Mike Miller again on the steal. Jensen's going to have to follow him. He spins, he shoots, he scores, and oh, reverse layup. Boy, Mike Miller, the ball nearly knocked away and stolen in the backcourt. Mike Miller, nice little reverse move. Now the Arrow's going to be wide open down here, and the other end, he blew the shot. And Miller's going to get the rebound inside of bounds to Watertown. But the Arrows missed a great opportunity inside.
Because Mike had to be careful not to pick up that 5th foul.
Well, it is 44-33. The Kernels have made up 4 points in a minute and a half.
Those 3-point shots, Tom, could make a difference, too.
Inbounds Jensen. Kernels are going to have to turn the defense up a notch, too. Pass inside. Mahold are going to get a shot up. Block. No call. Mike Miller with the rebound. Outlet pass comes to Young. He's taking it to the jar, and he missed it, but he's fouled. I wouldn't be surprised if Watertown take a timeout here.
Well, Tom, it's the 10th foul, so now Mitchell gets 2 free throws every time for the rest of the game for 6-12. That's a big key.
But again, keep in mind now, the Arrows are stockpiling fouls, and here's the timeout by Watertown.
Nice call, Coach.
6-12 to go.
Information systems committed to quality.
AM 1490 KOR Red Radio from Mitchell. Kyle Severine at the line, looking to cut this lead down into single digits. Free throw rims out, no good.
Well, Remmer's still in the game with 4 fouls, Tom. Does that surprise you?
A little bit. Second one is no good. Missed them both. Severine has not scored in the ball game yet, and it remains an 11-point game.
And that hurts. You got to pick up points while the clock is not moving.
And again, another good timeout, I think, by Reed signaling. Here's Adams on a drive, gives it back to Jensen. Now back to Adams, trying to work on Mike Miller. Shot is, oh, he changed the arc of it, missed it badly, out of bounds. And it'll be Mitchell ball. Kernels will get it.
Well, it didn't touch anything. It got so high, nobody could get to it.
Adams trying to get that 5th foul, and Mike Miller really herked and jerked inside and ended up throwing the ball about 4 feet over the top of the basket.
Remmers will sit down, and Charlie Jacobson will come back in for the Arrows.
Third quarter, here Lee Jankton 32-18 at the half. Brookings over Brandon Valley 25-20. Aberdeen leading Huron 37-32 in the third. Your other ESD scores. Kernels trying to come from behind here in the Palace, wanting to get the ball to Mike Miller. Jensen really putting the muscle on Mike Miller now. There's a pass in. They get it to Skinny. Great pass. Oh, Skip Young had a layup and wanted to shoot it before he had it, and it went right off his hands and out of bounds.
14th turnover, and they've had a chance to pick up 5 or 6 points in the last minute and a half and have failed to do so.
Well, they have not seized on the opportunity. Certainly, there was a layup, a gimme. They just got in too big of a hurry. So the Arrows dodge a bullet. And now they're going to leave a man wide open, top of the key. The shot is no good for Charlie Jacobson. And the Kernels get the rebound and again a chance to cut that lead into single digits. You can hear Gary Munson working the sideline from all the way up here in our perch. The north end of the Palace.
And it's move, move, move.
Robinhood for a 2. Good. It is a 2. Did have his foot on the line. First point of the game for Robinhood. 44-35 with 5 minutes to go. We'll see how Watertown withstands. So now they're going to call timeout in the backcourt. And this should get the crowd excited a little bit here in the Court Palace. Then kind of a theater crowd. They have one left with just under 5 minutes to go. It is Watertown 40 and 4 timeouts.
And again, the Watertown, or the Mitchell Wrestlers will stay in Watertown tonight, in case you're just joining us. I'm getting sick and tired of this weekend weather blahs.
And again, we're supposed to go to Pier tomorrow, but stay tuned for more on that. Here's backcourt pressure. The Arrows are going to get it to Jensen. He might have traveled in the backcourt. Now they get it ahead to Adams. He's going to take it to the basket, and that's going to be no call.
Oh!
Adams takes it right to the basket and scores. Knocked Mike Miller down on the progress, and no call either way. Big hoop for the Arrows. Makes it 46-35. Baseline, Skip Young. Back it goes to Porter. Porter going to drive inside, scoops it up there. No good.
Oh, if they would just get one to drop.
They just can't seem to buy a basket in a situation like that and get a three-point play going. Porter is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Foul goes on Matt Mahold, his third. The Arrows do not have a starter with less than 3 fouls.
Feldheim is in, Jensen is out. Feldheim has, what, 4 fouls?
Feldheim has 4.
He's back in the game for
Revers
Jensen.
has 4. Olsen, Adams, and Mahold with 3.
Boy, this is where we need the free throws.
First one, no good.
And we cannot even buy a free throw tonight.
Free throw shooting has not been good. The Kernels just have not been very sharp at all. Second one is short, no good. The rebound is knocked free, and Watertown's going to get it. The Kernels just have not been sharp offensively in this game since the end of the first quarter. Now foul in the backcourt, or I should say out way atop the three-point arc, as Porter is going to foul Charlie Jacobson. Second foul on Chad Porter. Kernels missing some real good opportunities here in the fourth quarter to make this game interesting. And a couple of times I really felt with the crowd an opportunity to get in the ball game. He just kind of sat. Here's Mahold for a 3, nails it. That's a big hoop. Mahold having a big ball game. Now back to a 14-point Watertown lead with 4 minutes to go. Things are not looking too good for the Kernels right now. Going to need some kind of miracle finish here. In the corner. Summerline won't shoot. Porter, he won't shoot the 3. Up to Skip Young. He will fire a 15-footer. Good. 10 points, Skip Young. Pass up ahead, knocked out of bounds by Porter. Intended for Adams. Now Mahold is going to come out. And
Struckman is back in.
that's an interesting substitution. 49-37.
Probably give Matt a rest for about a minute and then get him back in for the finish.
They have to give the Arrows credit. Who'd have figured they'd have held the Kernels to this kind of a low point total? There's the ball out of bounds, just lost on the dribble by Doug Olson.
Well, after four turnovers in 3 quarters, it's 3 in 1 quarter for Watertown, and still Mitchell is having trouble cutting the deficit.
Kernels need a basket and a turnover here. Maybe create some excitement in this building, which despite the fact is full, has been very quiet. Kernels going to take a timeout here. 3-6. And battling Watertown. Down by 12 with 3:16 to go.
And a little better free throw shooting might have made it interesting, too.
Inbounds. Rabideau going to drive in, going to get a shot, going to hit it. There's a good way to start. Rabideau hits it. 4 points for Rabideau. That's a 10-point game. This is not out of the realm of possibility by any means. What a good comeback this would be. Arrows are going to work it across the timeline to Adams. Now back to Feldheim. Inside 3 minutes to go.
And they're going to take as much time off the clock as they can.
There's a bounce pass. Adams, they flip it back to Remmers. He's going to shoot it. Good. Boy, they are not afraid to take clutch shots, and they have made big baskets when they've needed to tonight. 51-39, that's 11 points for Remmers. Kernels can't make up any ground this way. Playing the muscle game with Mike Miller on the inside. Now they get it back to Skinny, who's going to fire a 3. It is short, no good. Rebound tip. Battle side of bounds off Adams' hands. Adams trying to make his case that he was fouled. Had it knocked out of his hands, but Gary Reed wasn't buying that. Kernels will inbound the ball.
Mitchell needs a couple threes, maybe to just jumpstart the engine.
The Kernels have one 3-point basket tonight. It's not like the Arrows have been burying them either, but they have 3, according to my records. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me.
4 out of 13.
Inbound skip, Young right there, missed it in close. That's the kind of night that's been.
It's not been Mitchell's night.
No, it certainly has not. And take nothing away from Watertown. Give them a lot of credit. They have come here ready to play, and the Kernels have looked a little lackluster coming off the Christmas break. Feldheim driving, shooting, and scoring. Feldheim hits. He's got 6, and it's a 14-point lead with 2 minutes to go. I think the combination, I'm not making any excuses. There's Porter spinning and shooting short, no good. He's going to get a foul trying to come after his own rebound. Combination of a long Christmas break, the absence of Jason Ackman, and Watertown defense, I think, have added up to, what, a 39-point performance to this stage of the game for the Kernels.
And Mitchell not able to hit their free throws and take advantage of opportunities.
And across the timeline, the Arrows smartly moving the ball. This is a well-coached team, folks. Reed Sigling does a nice job. Just as Craig Ulevic did prior to Reed Sigling. Ulevic, of course, moving on to Red Wing, Minnesota. He's the one that installed this style of basketball with these Arrows. There's Mahold, nice drive, scores. Banks it in over Skinny Miller. Mahold is going to end up with a ton of points.
And a very quiet night, really, for Matt.
Here's Miller, free throw line, driving shot, no good. A 16-point lead, and it's growing. For the Arrows, who are going to come to the Palace and beat the Kernels convincingly. Here's a pass inside, knocked away. Adams gets it back up, missed it in close. Rebound to Porter, and it's stolen away. The Arrows are scrapping to the very end of this contest. Less than a minute to go. The Arrows are going to hang on to it. And let's see what they're doing. Overrated is what they're cheering. I see that.
That could come back to haunt them.
Well, I just was wondering what that cheering was. Arrows are simply going to hold the ball for the last 30 seconds. It makes no sense for the Kernels to foul.
Well, they have to foul twice to get the ball because Watertown only has 5 team fouls.
This very well could be our final score. 20 seconds to go. And Watertown has come in here to the Corn Palace
and pulled the shocker.
Very impressively. The second-ranked Arrows will make their case to be the top-ranked team in the state next week, and by golly, they ought to be. After a 55-39 victory for the Kernels, this basketball game is over, and the Arrows come to the Corn Palace. Your final score is Watertown